right. Hey friends, how you doing? It's me, Vinny Roth from VinnyRoth.com. Please, as cliche as it sounds, subscribe to this channel as I'm trying to beef it up. That's what I told her. And hit the thumbs up and comment on anything you like. Say, hey dude, I like the shirt, or tell me what music you want me to work on. Anyway, something I thought was interesting. I was listening to a lot of the original U2 first two albums by U2, Boy and War, and also some of the Police stuff. And what I noticed is a lot of what's being played there is they're playing chords with harmonics. And I had a student come to me and say, hey, Vin, I wrote a really cool song. It was 4 chords, but he wanted something specific to put over it. So I kind of thought back to those bands and those songs. So here's something that's hip to know. When you play certain chords, certain harmonics together, they spell out chords. For example, if we played harmonics on the first 3 strings at the 12th fret, that spells out an E minor chord. You can also do the same thing at the 5th fret, just a little harder. And when you're playing your harmonics as opposed to the fretted notes, you want to play right over the fret wire. You don't want the string to physically touch the fretboard. You're kind of just muting on top of it is the best way to see it. So the first 3 strings 12th fret and the first 3 strings 5th fret spell out an E minor chord. So if somebody's doing a nice E minor, you could drop them in. I guess you could also in that key add the high E string 7th fret, which is just another B note, and get something like... All right, next one that's cool is if we played the A string and the D string at the 12th fret. That technically could be D or D minor. And same thing at the 5th fret. So A and D strings at 12 and 5 spell out either D or D minor. Okay, to get a full D chord, we can play the B string 7, G string 7, and the D string 7. So B, G, and D at 7 spell out a D major chord. So if you put that all together. All right, let's try another one here. If we took the E minor idea and moved it up a set of strings, we'd be on the B, G, and D strings, and that spells out the G chord. And we can do the same thing on the 5th fret. So B, G, and D at the 12th and the 5th spells out a G chord. Another one that I like to use is if we play the first 3 strings at the 7th fret, we get a B minor chord. All right, one other thing that's kind of hip, it works really good if we crank the distortion, is if you play each individual string at the 12th fret, at the 5th fret, I can count, 5th, 4th, and 3rd, you get a major triad of that particular string. So 5, 4, 3 on the E gives us an E chord. And then same thing on the next string, it's an A. A. Then D. Some of these you really gotta get right over the fret. G. And then 2nd fret B. That's a hard one to hear. And then 1st string E. So when you're playing and you need just little fills, or even if you have a solo you want to play harmonic notes, that's cool. And then come up with melodies. All right, try those, see how they work for you. I'll see you next time.